Okay, so now we are on YouTube too. Hello, everyone from YouTube. My name is Gabriele, and today I will guide the conversation here about memories. So TNT is a language platform for beginner, intermediates. Oh. Sorry, guys. I forgot to stop the audio on YouTube. So TNT is a language platform for beginners, intermediate, and advanced speakers. And immersion meetings are not regular classes, so we don't teach you or correct you. So please feel free to make mistakes. Here we are in a safe and a respectful place, and we don't judge you. And we can learn each other through the conversation in a real environment, right? Guys, I will put the questions on the chat to discuss about the topic before I split up you in small groups. So just one moment. Okay. I think all the questions are on the chat. And as we are 7 here, I will split up you in another room. So if you receive an invite to go to another room, please accept. And if you know, stay in the main room, okay? Okay. So see you later for people who are going to another room, and the others stay here. So, hello, girls. Hello, Victor. We can start the first question. So, Elida, can you read the first question for us?
Yes, of course. Present yourself and choose another one. So, good evening. My name is Elida. I am 22 years old. I was born in Fortaleza, Ceará, but now I live in a small city here in Ceará. I work as a receptionist at the hospital, and I am training to become a hostess here in TNT. So I'm very excited about
cool.
that. I have been studying English for real since the beginning of the pandemic, because I did some course before that, but it was not for real, right? It was just to make my mom happy. Yeah. So I think that's it. I love to go into the beach, and I love nature. I live in a farm here, so I love this word, nature and animals. I have a dog, and he's the love of my life. And I think that's it. Gabriela, can you go now?
Yes, hello guys, nice to meet you. I am Gabriela. I live in São Paulo. I am 29, almost 30 years old. I'm a pharmacist. I work in a pharmaceutical company as marketing analyst, work with rare disease, a disease called Fabry disease. I have two cats, and I love cats, and in any opportunity I want to talk about them. It's like my children's. And I started on TALK, I think last month, and I started to have this experience because I always have difficult like to express me in English, and in my job is day by day more necessary that I improve my English, especially for my career. So I think that's it. And how about you, Victor?
So I'm Victor, I'm 30 years old. I'm married, I work as a maintenance technician. I'm doing engineering degree. I really hope I can complete in December. And I live in the countryside of the state of São Paulo, in a city called Rio Claro. It's about 108 kilometers from the capital. And I really enjoy to live here. It's a good city. And that's it. What about you, Gabriel?
Nice to know you guys. So my name is Gabrielle, of course. I'm 31 years old. In the beginning of the meeting, I talk a little bit about myself, but Elida talked about the English, about the moment that she started to learn English. So in the past, I studied English for many years in a traditional school. And maybe 3 years ago, I started to doing conversation classes, because at the same as Gabriela said, my work is so necessary to know about English, to speak in English, to present papers, and about science in general. We need to know about English, because all the papers, all the meetings, not all the meetings, but a huge part of the meetings are in English, like conferences and other types of that. So this is so important for my career. And as an entrepreneur, I need to know to talk in English to investors and to potential partners and this type of things. So I started to do this type of classes. And last year I started on TNT as a speaker, and I started as a host. Maybe, I think it was in January this year. I had a training last year, but I started as a host last month. So it's a pleasure to stay with you here. This is I'm not sure, but maybe 4th meeting. I don't know. So, Victor, can you read the next question for us?
Of course. What are your earliest and latest memories of your life? So I think my earliest memory, it's about today. And I think I came to my house after work and drink coffee and eat my bread, and received my wife from the supermarket, and we are here now. But my latest memories, I think, is when my sister was born. She is almost 2 years younger than me, and I can remember a little bit of these days, and I think it was an amazing thing in that happened, because I can remember nowadays. And I remember another history about her when she started to walk, when we are living in Osasco, São Paulo. I am from there. And that's it. What about you, Edna?
So I think I didn't understand very well. It was the most recent, earliest?
Yes. In the latest, as in the past.
Oh, okay. So the most recent, I think it was about today. I had a great time with my dog. We run a lot today. Every day I have to walk with him because he does not pee inside the house. Thanks God for that. So I have to walk with him every single day to pee and poop. And today he was full of energy and we run a lot. And it was don't know, we had a great time kidding, playing, you know, together. And it was a few minutes ago. I arrived in my home, take a shower, and now I'm here. So in the past, I think the latest, it's the past, right? The latest memory. I think it's about a dream that I had when I was 5 years old. I don't remember what I ate yesterday, you know, but I remember that dream I had. I was 5, and I remember I was at the dream. I was playing with Kiko and Chaves at the beach. So totally aleatory. But I was playing with them with a ball, and I don't know, inside the beach, you know, the sea. And it was so fun. I was having a lot of fun with them. And I remember that, like, you know, it was yesterday. So that's a dream that I remember a lot. That's it.
And how about you, Gabi?
For me, I think my earliest memory is about today too. Today I had a lot of meetings and a lot of stressful meetings, so I think it is my recent memory, and I don't know if I will forget so easy. And I think my latest memories, I don't know if it is a memory or a flash, you know. But I remember a scene that I was in my ex-house, a house that I lived, and I was in a bicycle, yes. And like my father was looking for me. I don't know. It's like a flash, you know, and I don't know if it is a memory or because I already see a photo of this moment, you know. So, but I don't know. I think this is my first memory of my childhood, infância. I don't know.
Yeah. So I think in your case, it's like the video about sometimes we don't remember exactly what happened in the past, especially when we are so young. So maybe it's like a flashes in our minds, but we can remember sometimes when we had a specific event, like Victor said about your sister, or Elida said about what you said. I forgot. What do you say, Elida? Yeah, because a dream is a different dream. It's not a common dream. And maybe she watched Kiko and Chaves during when she was a child. So these type of things, it's a part of our memorable background, you know. So in my case, my earliest memory is about today, of course. So today I have a lot of meetings, but I think in the future I can remember all the things that happened today because it's a normal day. It's not no special events occurs today for me. And my latest memory is about my third anniversary, my third birthday, of course. So I remember the clothes that I dressed, the place that I stayed, like my old house. I remember that I stayed in my house and I saw a big table with cakes and sugars and other type of candies. So I think this is my latest memory about, and it was a good memory because it was the first birthday that I remembered, you know. So I think that's it. Gabi, can you read the third question for us?
Yes. What funny memories from your past always put a smile on your face? Oh my God, I don't know. When I was a kid, I used to play a lot with my friends in the street, you know, and this causes of me a lot of accidents, and I don't know until that. Since that, like I don't know. I think you remember about mercholati, you know, the medicines that hurts a lot. And one of these episodes, I machuque. I don't know how can I say. I fought on the street, and it was necessary. Like my mom put on me mercholati, and like I I always
It
like.
hurts.
Yes, it hurts a lot, but I make a lot of scandal, you know, like oh my God, and my mom like, oh, you could be an actor, you know, when you grow up. But I don't know. I think it's like a funny memories and a traumatic memories, because until that I hated like mercholati and all these kind of medicines.
And
Sorry,
you,
and
Ed?
okay, sorry.
Me?
Yes,
Oh,
you.
okay. I think the funniest memory is about I was a kid, and I have a cousin. He's my age too, and we used to travel to, because we used to live in Fortaleza when we were kids, but nowadays I live in my grandfather's house, you know, in the interior. So when we were kids, me and my cousin, all the vacations we used to travel to this house that I live right now. And we used to spend all the vacations playing together, doing everything together. And I remember in I don't remember the year, but came Parque de Diversões came to this city, and we asked to play there. And it's okay. My oldest cousin was responsible for us. He's, I don't know, 5 years older than us. And she left us in the middle of the park, and she went to play. And me and my cousin, Rodrigo, his name, we thought, and if we go to the Roda Gigante, and then we saw a man that's friends. We had no money, and we saw a man, his friend of the family, and we asked to him real to to go to the Roda Gigante. At the time, real it was a lot of money, right? And he emprestou this money to us, and we went to play. When my aunt came to look for us, she saw us on the high, you know, the highest point of the Roda Gigante, and it was a very funny because she was very angry, and ela deu carão na minha prima. And she was expecting for us to finish the play, you know. And at the time it was very traumatic because she oh my god, I forgot the words. Levamos muito carão. But nowadays when we remember that story, we have a lot of fun, and we laughed a lot because oh my god, how. And when we see this man nowadays, every time we remember this story, you know, because it was so fun. And it was so dangerous too, because two kids alone, you know, Roda Gigante, you know, but that was fault of my cousin. She is very irresponsible.
It's a funny memory. So yeah, how about you, Victor?
So near my city has a lake in the city. It's about 50 kilometers from distance. And when I was a child, my cousins came to Rio Claro from Osasco. And my father, my mother, my parents, I went to this city and this lake with us. And we go to the city and we pass all the day there, and then we return to our city with in a I don't know, in a estrada de terra. And this day was rained a lot, and it was so dirty because the car stopped, and we me and my sister and my cousins only want to play with the mud, and my parents too sad because the problems, and that was so different, so different experience. And when my cousins come to my house, we remember about it, and we have a lot of fun because of this day. It's a good memory because some years after it, my father passed away, and we always remember this history. That's good.
An interesting fact about this question, because when I'm listening you and the girls, all of you smile. I don't see you because your cam is off, but it's like I feel your smile through
Yes, I
through the
was
conversation.
smiling.
So
Yes,
it's a true answer. All of you answer a true answer, you know.
yes, that's great questions.
And sometimes we have a lot of memories about childhood that bring us a smile on our face, because it was an important period on our lives, I know. So in my case, I have a lot of this type of memories, like you said. But one of memories that always put a smile in my face is about when I was doing my master's degree, not my PhD degree, because I worked in another laboratory, and we had an episode like a fire. One equipment that we had in this laboratory caught fire, and it was dangerous, but it was fun as well, because it's not a big fire, but all of the people around this equipment make like a scandal, like Gabriela said, make the situation more than the situation were. So it was so funny. A colleague of mine stayed with his head like a, I don't know how to explain, but when we use when we try to finish the fire, we use like an extinguisher. So they had like a pounder, light pounder. I don't know how to explain, but my colleague stayed all of his body with this pounder, and it was so funny in this situation. It was a little bit dangerous, but when we talk about it, we always put smiles in our faces, remember this moment that we passed together. So I think it's a good memory in my life, a good and maybe tragic, not tragic because everybody stayed okay, not a problem with the laboratory and for us, okay? So I think I will skip the next question. No, I can read the next question, and we can answer this question just using keywords to describe the moments, okay? So what memories you look back on with pride and satisfaction? Like in my case, when I remember my graduation ceremony, I always look back with pride and satisfaction. It was a good moment in my life and an important moment in my life, especially in my career, okay? So how about you, Victor?
So my recent memory that I look back and feel pride and satisfaction was my wedding, and that was so important day for me. That's it. What about you, Gabriel?
It is, for me, is related with my graduated too, but two moments when I started in the college, because like I was the first person that my life that got a public entered in a public school college, and when I finished was a very important moment for me too, because it was difficult moments. And what about you, Edita?
I have not finished my graduation yet, and I'm not married. So, but a memory that I feel pride and satisfaction is when I decided to move to the city, because as I said before, I used to live in Fortaleza, and I decided to move to a small city. It's not common, usually the young people make the opposite, leave the small city to go to the capital, and I did fui na contramão. But all my family judged me at the time when I decided that, but it was a very essential decision for my mental health, because when I was living in Fortaleza, I developed panic syndrome, and I was not living. Actually, I was surviving. I was like a mobile from home, because I could not do anything in my life. So I refused jobs, study, and a lot of things. And when I decided to move, it was like a reset in my life, and I started my life from zero here in this new city. And I don't regret about this decision. I am so happy here, and I don't have plans to come back to Fortaleza. So with all the judgments and all the difficulties, I feel pride about this decision for my health, my mental health.
Yeah, I think special moments like a wedding, and when we finish a big period in our lives, like graduation, or when we have to make important decisions in our life, like you said, these type of things put a mark in our lives, So these type of things we can't forget. These type of things make us as we are, because this is a part of our life, important parts in our lives. We remember it, And I feel like you when I went to Rio de Janeiro. It was an important decision in my life. I changed my life. And okay, it's totally different, as you said, because Rio de Janeiro is a big city, but I felt the same as you, because it was an important decision, and I didn't know nobody. I didn't know nobody here, just my boss, and I needed to start another life, like make new friends, doing my life here. So it was, I remember in the period, all my friends kept question, not all my friends, but some friends questioned me like, oh, this is the right thing to do. So it's the same. This is the same contest, you know. So what about the next question? Victor, can you read the next question, the 5th question?
Number 5.
Yeah.
What are embarrassing memories you remember? So I can't remember embarrassing memory, but I did a lot of them. But when I was a child, I was very I don't know how to say it in English, but I was very atentado. Eu mexia com todo mundo, and I passed through a lot of fights, and that was so embarrassing to my mother and to my colleagues, my friends. And I think that's it. But I need to go because my wife has an interview now in 20 minutes. And I need to go. It was a pleasure to be part of this conversation.
Good luck for her.
Oh, thank you. And I hope everything will be fine because she is so excited about it, and I will prepare the computer for her. Thanks for everyone.
See you in another meeting.
All right. See you in another meeting.
Thank you, Victor. Bye-bye. So how about you, Gabi? Do you remember some embarrassing memories in your life?
Yeah, unfortunately, I work with, as I said, and I work with marketing, and one of my tasks is like organize a congress, and invitations doctors to go to the congresses and all these things. And one day I was giving the green light of the passagem, the ticket of the airplane, of one of the doctors, and like the agent sent to me the options that the doctor chose and the price, and it was very, very, very expensive. And like I respond, oh my God, I sent like asking for the. I thought that I was responded to the guy of the agents, asking why the doctor choose an option so expensive, and we didn't not money for that. But like the name of the doctor is the same that the name of the persons of the agents. So I sent for the doctor. Oh my God. I sent to the doctor, and like the doctor responded me, so Gabriela, is any problems for my ticket? Oh my God. I don't know why I didn't like get fired of my company. I don't know how. Eu não sei porque eu não fui demitida in this moment, but it was a funny and embarrassing moment. I think that's it.
Oh my God.
Never.
And you,
I
Elida?
sent the wrong message, to the wrong person. So an embarrassing moment. It was my first meeting here on TNT. It was in the 2020, maybe. I think it was the beginning of the pandemic. And nowadays, I don't have courage to watch on YouTube my first meeting because it was terrible. I was not practicing for a long time, and my English was so bad. And I remember that when I finished the meeting, I promised to myself I never came back to these meetings. Never, because, oh my God, I was very shy, and I was not able to finish a simple phrase in English, you know. I remember at the beginning of the meeting, I presented myself, and I could not present myself in English. You know, every phrase I had to finish in Portuguese because my brain just froze and I could not complete what I was trying to say. And I promised I never came back here. And the next day I was there. Hey guys. and thanks God, because I didn't give up, you know, because now I can finish a phrase because of I didn't give up at that time. And of course, I have a lot to improve. My English is not perfect, and I have a lot to practice, to improve, and to get better. But I consider a big evolution, you know. And so nowadays, I don't have courage to watch. I tried, but I can't. It's so much to me.
I understand you, Elida, because maybe last year I didn't have courage to watch videos that I record of myself talking English, because I felt the same as you. But nowadays I don't think about it. I just talking with you and try to keep in mind that this is the process. This is the process to learn a new language or to improve a language, you know. And about Gabriela said, mistakes can happen in the work. So what we do in this situation, maybe just smile and have fun and try to solve the problem, to solve the mistake. But we can learn, we need to learn, I don't know how to explain this in English, but put a smile in our face in embarrassing situations, because all of you pass this type of the situations in our lives. So this is the common thing. I remember when I think it's the second meeting on TNT, my internet, I lost my internet at the end of the meeting, and I couldn't share the survey, the link for the survey. I think maybe it was in the 2 or 1 minute to finish the meeting, and I felt so bad for it, because oh my God, I didn't tell goodbye for the people here. So I'm not good to do it on TNT. So now it's okay. It's a problem that happens with everybody here. All of you have problems with the internet. So this is a common thing. It's not a problem today. Okay. Girls, maybe Elida, can you read the question number? I will skip the questions number 6 and 7. So can you read the question number 8?
Okay. If you could relive one memorable day in your life, what would it be? Oh my God. I have to think about it. I was preparing to the question number 6 and 7. Okay, relive a memory.
You could answer the question number 6, like, oh, maybe during the childhood I have unforgettable memories, and see the answer the other question.
Okay, but the question number 8, I think, relive one memorable day, I think was my first date with my actual boyfriend. It was so special, and it's funny because it has two connections with Roda Gigante too. So our first kiss, our first date, it was at cinema, and after the cinema, we went to a funny park that was in front of the place, and we decided to go to in the na Roda Gigante, and I remember that, guys, how can I say Roda Gigante in English? Because
Roller coaster.
can you put in the chat, because I'm embarrassing to say this in Portuguese all the time.
No, I confuse. I'm a little bit confused because roller coasters is like the
Montanha-russa.
yeah. Okay.
Okay. Anyway, I remember that the Roda Gigante, it gave a lot of voltas. My vocabulary is terrible, so sorry. And it stopped just once, you know? And at the moment it stopped, we were in the highest point of the Roda Gigante. And it's so cute because our first kiss was there, you know? It was like a movie scene, you know? Like at the highest, seeing all the town. It was amazing. And it's funny because my second meeting here on TNT, it was about first kiss and first date, something like that. It was if Yuri Hayes. And I remember that day because I tried to tell this story to the people, and I had a lot of difficulty because of the vocabulary, but it's funny because all the connections, you know, that I have about this day. Anyway, it was a cute memory. I love this day, and I remember like with a lot of love. And anyway, that's it.
And you can understand your cutie memory, okay? And you, Gabi?
It's difficult, no, but I think I could choose the day that I got my certificate of the college certificate. I don't know if it is correct this word, this expression, because like I was alone, like I went to the college alone, and the college was a kind of empathy, you know, and like I studied at USP, and there are a lot of trees, you know. I don't know, it is a different environment, and I was alone. I was thinking in how difficult was these years, and in the finish I got, and I was very proud of me. And I think was a moment that I could think about it myself, you know. Like I'm the own child, so I did a lot of things with my parents. And I don't know, I think it was a very special moment. And in this day I got my certificate, and went to my job. So I think only this special moment, you know, that I was looking for the college and thinking all these things that I pass to finish my graduated.
That's nice. I think all of you have memorable moments that you can relive in another day, like with a special person, or a special moment, so particular moment in your life, like a moment that you are so proud. So this is beautiful. For you too, Elida, this is beautiful, the things that you shared with us about the first date with your boyfriend. So that's so nice. In my case, I have a lot of memories that I can relive, like during the college, during my master's and PhD. but there is one memorable moment in my life that was last year that I really, really relived in another day. It was the day that I saw for the first time my favorite band on live, because I felt a lot of things that I've never felt before. I don't know how to explain it to us, but it was a memorable moment in my life. So if I can go back to this day and stay in the same place and relive all the things that happened this day, I will so happy again. So I think that's it. Girls, we don't have time to other questions, but we'll discuss a little bit more about this topic when people came to the main room, okay? So, okay. The question number 10, like which song is tied to a memorable moment in your life? I think all of you have a special song that we always remember about, I don't know, a specific moment in our life. Did you have, Gabi and Elida?
Probably I have, but I don't remember right now. I just remember when I hear the song.
Yeah, for me is the same.
Another moment that I would like to relive, and I feel very pride and satisfaction answering the two questions at the same time. It was when I have a lot of insecurities about my English, right? And for me, it's so hard to doing things in English. And when I remember one day my advisor at college asked me to show an article in English in an international event. And I was like, oh my God, it was online, of course, because of the pandemic. And my first reaction was, no, I won't. I am not able to do that. And after I thought better and I decided to accept the challenge, and I presented the article in English, and I was like, oh my God. So anyway, that's it.
Congratulations. And these events in your life make your English better than in the past. So we need to, how to say, to enjoy this type of challenge, you know, because this is so important to improve something in our lives. Okay. And Andrea, how was the conversation in the other room?
It was really good. Larissa and Maria speak a lot. We finished all the questions, and in the end, we start to talking about concerts, shows, and a lot of experience. It was really good.
That's nice. And how about you, Maria? How was the conversation?
It was very good to talk with Larissa and Andrea. They are very cool persons. We talk a lot about concerts, experience, those memories. Very interesting to talk about memories because, you know, some memories you can just remember every day because they're bad. Some research of regrets, things like that. It's very interesting.
So nice. And for you, Larissa?
It was amazing and it was so funny. I met these girls before and we talked about the life, you know, and the concert festivals. It was so funny.
Oh, that's cool. Girls, I've shared with you in the chat a link for the search. This is so important to to improve the next meetings with you. So if you take some moment to answer these questions and put a note about this meeting, it will help us to improve the meetings for you, okay? And time is running, unfortunately, so I hope you have a good week and see you in the next week to discuss about a new topic, okay? So thank you so much to stay here with me at this evening, okay? And bye-bye.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Thank
Bye-bye,
you.
guys.